So today we're going to talk about the First Amendment. I am Maria.Silva, this is Mireia, that is Maria.Costa, and unfortunately our friend Isadora couldn't be here, but she really helped us along the way. So the First Amendment says that Congress shall make no law respecting the religion, shall provide the freedom of speech and of the press, and the freedom for people to peacefully assemble and to petition. So the first freedom we have is freedom of the religion, and it says that there can be no establishment of religion, so there can be no official religion of the United States. People are free to worship whoever they want, and there's separation of church and state. So as I was researching this, I actually came across a lot of persecution cases, but the one that really got my attention was Myanmar and the Rohingyas. The Rohingyas are a Muslim group that live in the northwest of Myanmar, and they have been thoroughly persecuted for their religion. There has been even UN reports that has not only accused but convicted the Myanmar military of genocide of the Rohingyas. There has been reports of gang rapes, of house destruction, of extreme violence, and this has led, in 2017, 164,000 people to flee the country. I think that by now the number is up to 700,000 people. And on October 30, just now, Bangladesh, which is the country that received most of these refugees, made a decision along with the Myanmar government to reattempt a repatriation, meaning that along this month, there will be over 8,000 refugees that now live in Bangladesh sent back to Myanmar. And since we're talking about current news, just this morning, the November 14th, the Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence, said that the violence going on in Myanmar is non-excusable. And tomorrow, on Thursday, there will be over 30 families starting the repatriation and being sent back to Myanmar. And their second freedom is freedom of speech and of the press.
The freedom of speech allows you to express yourself through verbal or non-verbal ways without being apprehended by authorities. The authorities only can interfere in your form of expression if you present harm to others in that expression or present real and present danger. The defamation is a kind of more personal form of real and present danger, and its spoken form is called slander, and its writing form is called legal. The freedom of press is considered to be a good example of freedom of expression, as it is mostly presented by text, and it's a sort of expressing your ideas and yourself. The manifestation of the United Right of 2017 is a good example of how a freedom of expression can be apprehended by authorities if it presents real and present danger, because they did exactly that, like with hate groups involved and with violent acts.
The third freedom we're going to talk about is freedom to assembly and petition.
According to the U.S. Constitution, every American has the right to form groups and by them express their opinions, ideas, and requests. And freedom of petition is basically these groups asking for changes on the government. For example, they can ask for a change in a law. While I was searching, I noticed that if these two freedoms didn't exist, movements like feminism and Black Lives Matter would never exist. Also, I noticed that in the dystopia of George Orwell, 1984, people didn't have these both rights. All the others too. This was the main ones. They can form groups to express their opinions because they are watched 24 hours per day, and they can be against Big Brother in any way. So this one is against the freedom of petition. Americans are very need to be grateful because they have these two rights to give them freedom of expression and also to make changes on the government so it can be more impartial.
So in conclusion, today we looked at freedom of religion, freedom of speech and of the press, and the freedom to assemble and petition. It has been clear that these rights are extremely important to guarantee the freedom of the population, and especially to avoid seeing bad situations like the one we saw today.